Hey,
Hey,
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Oh, it's Zach, Poppa Bear Norton, everybody. Uh, do you mind if I sing a little song at you real quick?
I would love it.
Good, because you don't have a choice. Hey, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a couple tunes and I'll just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, Zach Norton, I miss you. That's
I
it.
I love that you wrote a theme song for your show.
Sure, I
It's
did.
jazzy. It's jazzy. I love it.
Snaps.
It's got snaps. I like the ending note too. It's like this kind of it's good.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
It could have some jazz fingers right there. I'm going to ask you one. We're going to just acknowledge your name is Zach Poppa Bear Norton, but for the instance of conversation, I'm just going to say Zach most times.
That's fine.
Excellent. I just
That's fine.
wanted to make that clear.
Oh yeah.
How are you right now in this minute?
Right now in this minute,
Yep.
I am good.
Yes.
I am slightly nervous because we are all my whole family was my wife and my two kids and I are all home. I'm in the basement where I've been told we have good internet connection.
Yes.
And my 1-year-old has taken to when she wants something just screaming for like 5 seconds, like a tea kettle. So if you hear that, just pretend it's like tea time upstairs.
Yeah.
And we'll see. She's been really quiet for like the last hour, which makes me think like, of course, now that we start recording, it's just gonna, but besides that, I'm feeling really good. Everybody's happy over here.
I love that. Just to make you feel at ease, I also have 2 kids, 2 puppies, and a husband who any of them could make this at any time, but that's just the beauty of now. So we're going to just
how it is.
embrace it. If my husband decides to make a tea kettle sound, then we're in trouble. But if your little girl does, we're good. So then you alluded to being in the basement. I always say, where are you? So in your house, you're in your house.
Yep.
In Minnesota.
Correct. Yep.
In a basement.
In a basement.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's very Midwestern. I feel like we are really good at basements.
Spare bedroom converted to office for my wife.
That's
perfect. For 2020. Such an interesting year.
Wait, did you care? Interesting is in quotes, just like Poppa Bear.
People are going to be like, interesting. It wasn't interesting.
Right.
I'm trying to stay positive.
Yes. Did you have to ask your wife to vacate her office for a minute to make our show happen?
I did. I actually said, can you block off some time from your schedule at work? No meetings. Because it was either that or I was going to have to try it completely Wi-Fi on my phone out in the garage. And she was like, just take the computer. Oh. And I mean, that's the kind of guy I am. Is I'm like, I don't even own a computer anymore. Like, because my phone is more powerful than probably any computer I can afford.
True story.
So,
I'm on my phone. I totally get that. So in your basement in Minnesota, would you sing us a song right now and tell us why you chose that song?
Sure. I chose this song because outside of the one Christmas song that Bronson and I posted on YouTube this year, this is, and I should say there was one song that I wrote for a buddy's wedding, but that's sort of private. This is the only song that I wrote in 2020. And before I get the watch sign, it was very interesting to write in 2020 because I really do write mostly with Bronson Bergeson, who's the other half of Poppa Bear Norton. And we had to go back to kind of how when we first started working together, which was someone would have an idea and then I would write a song and then he could just tear it apart and then we would rebuild it together because we couldn't really hang out. And so he gave me this idea for a song, just a title. And I wrote what I thought was the first verse of a song. And it was kind of funny, which a lot of our songs are. And it's not a very funny title. It's called Unhappy Hour. But I was like, we'll go funny with it. And I played it for him over the phone or whatever. And he was like, no, this one's got to stay like true country, classic country, sad. So I rewrote it.
Oh.
And we finally got together to do that Christmas song. And I said, hey, I want to play this for you. And I fully expected him to like you know, slowly dissect it, because that's just how we work, even when we write together. And he just was like, I would change one thing, the way you deliver it, but I wouldn't change anything, Norton, which has never happened. So I'm saying it here on record, so it'll live forever on the internet. Bronson said I did it right first
You
time
did.
out of the gate. So yeah. So this one is called Unhappy Hour. It is new, so hopefully I get through it. And I like it because it's got the delivery it's a story song, and it's got talking verses and singing choruses. And so here we go.
That is awesome.
I'll
Norton,
see if we can
everybody.
do it here. Well, old Bill sneaks in with that happy hour crowd every night, finds his favorite stool. Drinks 2 for 1s like nothing's wrong. Hell, I've even seen him tell a joke or two. But a couple hours after the specials end and that good time and crowd is gone, he puts a 10 up on the bar top to get some change and says, I'd like to play me a couple songs, 'cause it's unhappy hour again. The time of the night when that jukebox starts playing songs, all telling stories of a love gone wrong. They sip for 1 but drink for 2, as if they ain't got nothing better to do. So dream of her or think on him. Yeah, it's unhappy hour again. Now, Bill's not the only one in here for unhappy hour. There's Richie and Randy and Linda too. She's the one over there with the $1 million smile and the big sad eyes of blue. No one knows her story exactly. We just know it's full of heartache and pain. Because by the time Bill's third song comes on, her tears are falling down just like the rain. Because it's unhappy hour again. The time of the night when that jukebox starts playing songs, all telling stories of a love gone wrong. They sip for 1 but drink for 2, as if they ain't got nothing better to do. Except dream on her or think of him. Yeah, it's unhappy hour again. Now, unhappy hour is an interesting thing. It happens every day at the same time, when your heart's so full of sadness it could burst, and all your losses weigh heavy on your mind. Around here it don't last too long. Now, just about 60 minutes will do. So if you're feeling down and out, just swing on in. We'll save a stool for you. 'Cause it's unhappy hour again. The time of the night when that jukebox starts playing songs, all telling stories of a love gone wrong. They sip for 1 but drink for 2, as if they ain't got nothing better to do. So dream on her or think of him. Yeah, it's unhappy hour again. So dream of her or think on him. Yeah, it's unhappy hour again.
Oh, Zach, that is so good.
Thank you.
Was singing. If you're only going to write 1 song in 2020, I mean, heck yeah, that's
Yeah, man.
perfect.
You know, I'm pretty proud of it, and
yes,
you know, and it's so honestly though, you know, people think that I do so much of the writing, like for Poppa Bear Norton and stuff, by myself, and Bronson's kind of a quiet guy. Look, he's not even here. I tried to get him here. He's farming today. So like it's so funny, but he's a dude that really is the idea man behind so much of the stuff we do. And I was happy that he liked that one, and he was really proud of it. So I mean, that's great, but it wouldn't have even happened without him being like, dude, unhappy hour. How is that not a song yet? I
For
was like,
sure. I
that,
think it actually could be
that,
an album title is what I'm
right,
telling you.
right. Hey,
Uh,
that's a great idea. Yeah.
Here you go. I'm going to tell everybody really quick. This is Zach Poppa Bear Norton. If you're just tuning in, you're probably not just tuning in. Chances are strong that you've been with me the whole 10 minutes so far. My name is Sarah Morris. I have a history of creating shows in my big green bathroom, which is where I am right now. And
Yeah.
once the pandemic hit and I couldn't fit people in my bathroom anymore and maintain the proper distancing, I pivoted to the show called I Miss You, where I invite my friends to meet me in the pretend world and sing songs at my face.
Hey, we were wondering, are you planning on when things are safe? Are you planning on rebooting Big Green Bathroom?
For sure. Yes. I
All right.
am once it feels comfortable.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
almost fully vaccinated, but I will
I
tell
am,
everybody.
by the way.
Hey, that's awesome. Um, I can't wait till that feels good again. I miss it so badly, which is why I'm here with this show. And I thank you. You've been in my big green bathroom. I was going to show everybody. Zach came in my bathroom. Well, you've been twice because you came to the Christmas party.
Yeah.
But also, when Zach was in my bathroom, we were
Gee, I
matching
should have wore
robes.
the robe today.
I'm
I didn't
actually very
think
cold,
about
which
it.
is why I have this like human blanket on, but I should have worn my robe.
I didn't even think about it,
It's
Sarah.
okay.
That could have been
What?
like,
I thought you
that
thought
would have
about
really
this
been,
every day, all the
well,
time.
full disclosure, it's actually my wife's robe. So I'm sure if I, she's probably I'm surprised she didn't mention it, to tell you
That's
the
all
truth.
right. It's okay that we didn't wear the robe this time, but there will be other times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will link to it so people can watch when we're in the bathroom because actually we did a really great job. So people should check that out. This is the part of the show where I ask you, Zach Norton, to
Yes.
tell me something good. Mm-mm.
All
Tell
right.
me, tell me, tell me.
All right.
Yeah.
Something good.
Yeah.
Well, I will say for me personally, um, being fully vaccinated is good.
Yeah.
Feels good. Feels good because, especially as a type 1 diabetic, 2020 was like, whatever, like it spiraled so out of control with politicizing everything. But there was one constant in there. There was two: people of a certain age and diabetics
Yeah.
were really a high risk no matter what other facts changed or whatever. And so we were really, really locked down hard here. And so just knowing that with that vaccination, I am able to play shows this summer. And that's good too. But also it's very good. My family's super healthy. We just really weathered it well here. And so that makes me happy. That's
That's
good.
beautiful.
That's a good thing.
You did
Poppa
have
Bear
your
Norton playing in the summer of 2021 is pretty dang good, though, too. We're pretty excited about it.
I'm excited about that. So we're gonna do in case you missed it now, which is where we just kind of fill everybody in. You've referenced now Bronson. So let's start the reason you have quotes in the middle of your name is that you are Poppa Bear Norton, but also Poppa Bear Norton is a duo project, right?
Correct. And it's and just because people have asked, the nickname came from the band name. So
That was first. Chicken,
that was
egg,
first. We were
Papa
just gonna
Bear.
go. We were gonna go Poppa Bear Norton just because we thought it sounded cool and like, we didn't really know what else to call ourselves. And then we realized it was sort of a Pink Floyd situation where it was like a guy. And then obviously my last name is Norton. So then people just started referring to me as Poppa Bear at the shows.
Yep.
And then we wrote it into our act and everything. So like, I am now Zach Poppa Bear Norton, and a lot of people call me Poppa Bear. My older friends call me Manimal, and my oldest friends call me they call me Nordy or Zach or whatever. But yeah, Poppa Bear. That's it. That's
awesome. And you
basically
get
it. That's our name and
that's
my nickname.
it's all the things. And you all have a very high energy duo show and duos. I mean, specifically, I'm part of a duo. Like it was hard in the pandemic because you couldn't be together the same way. So it did like change things. You had to kind of put
Correct.
a grand pause.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I talked to you about this, not to get too long-winded, but like for me, So like the summer of 2020, the end of 2020 was supposed to be like a pretty big summer, like insider speak. We had some good shows that were like next level shows for us in our career where we want to be.
Yeah.
And of course they got canceled.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say like I spiraled, like I wasn't like in the corner in the fetal position, but musically I did. I was just like, okay, I can't hang out with Bronson, who I write with every week. I don't have shows coming up. And it was hard for me to be creative or to even, plus, I mean, Laura, we just had a baby.
Yeah.
Too.
So just in time for COVID.
Just in time for COVID.
Yep.
So like, the guitar went away from me, like really, truly, unless Bronson called and was like, hey, try writing this or whatever. I just didn't, unless I felt like I had to write something. I just didn't. I didn't have an interest. I wasn't motivated. And I think it was because there was no end game.
For sure.
I'm always writing new stuff because we always want new material. And we're always writing together because we're always like, yeah, this is a great idea. And we can play this song or whatever. But when there's nothing coming up for a year or longer at that time, we didn't know. So, but fortunately for us, every single one of those shows that we were really excited about, they just honored their contracts for this year. And so the end of this summer, actually this whole summer for us is really awesome. A lot more like 90-minute gigs, and we talked about that in the past too, where like, it's funny because people think like musicians just love playing in a bar for 4 hours, but that's not the goal. The goal is to have a solid set. You can go and just rock that set and get paid for it. And so
and the people listen.
Yeah. Yep. So we're very excited. We have a bunch of those this summer.
I will link to your website, and I've actually already linked to everything, like so that people can go find the shows because there are going to be some really great ones coming up.
The best thing to do, by the way, if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook,
heard of
just
that?
follow us on Facebook. Like we're trying to get better at our website. We're terrible at it, but Facebook, we've always got crazy memes going up and stuff for the shows. So
cool.
It's
going to be fishing opener here soon, and so I feel like we should also talk about the few years ago you released an amazing video for.
Yeah. I like to fish, but I love to drink. Yeah,
there it is. It is. Is that a true statement? Do you like to fish?
Insider info. Well, I'm not a huge fisherman, and I'm also, truth be told, not a huge drinker. Which we've been not called out on, but like people are always like a little bummed when they want to, like buy us a beer, and we're just kind of like, oh. But I'm like, dude, we're a duo. Like we played one show when we first started, and I did shots with people before the show and during the breaks. And by the last set of the night, I was apologizing to Bronson. He was cracking up, but it's like, it's one wheel on the road, one in the ditch at that point. Like, it's, he's great and he's fun to watch play, but like, the guitarist with the great solo, when the front man's forgetting words and doing stupid stuff, that's all it took. And so now but we should like writing about it. And we have in our past had enough. We have enough history.
You got experience.
We can write about it. Yeah.
I will say that also for that video, you won Best Country Music Organization Video of the Year. Is that a true story?
That is a true story.
Yes, and you were the very first ever MCMO Maverick Award winner and Songwriter of the Year. Is that true too? These are
Maverick Award winner. That is true. Still not sure what that is. And I do want to say it's pretty funny because one of the people I forgot to mention in that speech was Sherwin Linton.
Yes.
That dude has Christmas ornaments. I own one. That's as Maverick as it gets.
Right.
If you have your own Christmas ornaments as merch, that's something to aspire to.
That is something to aspire to.
We won the Maverick Award and a Songwriter Award, which was very obviously the way that works is fans vote you in, but your peers also have to vote on that one, and so that was very touching that they would do that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That makes you feel good. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big awards for music guy, but you know, when you win one, it's also kind of like nice.
It's kind of nice. I think I agree. I agree. The one couple of shows we're going to talk really quick about
Yeah.
this summer. So the last time, well, this is a fun fact. One of the last shows I did before COVID was you and I got to play at this very special listening room in Bram, Minnesota. Right? Do you remember
Correct.
this?
Yes.
We got to
Yeah. Of
sing
course, I remember it.
"Love Hurts."
Yeah.
That was really amazing, and
Fun.
I hope that we get to do that again. And the people behind the listening room, they now have a new radio station called happyproductions.net. Is that true?
.live.
.live. Ooh, I like it.
Yep. It's a digital streaming radio station, and so you go to www.happyproductions.live.
Yes.
And there's a little box you click there, and they do their radio shows. Sean, my buddy, the Happy Trucker, he still does his Happy Trucker show on Wednesday nights, which is just an incredibly fun show. And they are, you know, KBK unfortunately had to sell at one point, and they are kind of just keeping the spirit of that station alive the best way they can. Through the digital radio, and then they're going to be doing
Trucker Fest.
Peterson
Sorry.
might be. I think he might be playing on the first week of April. No, May. For the May 1st or something like that at the listening room. So they're starting to open that up, and then as things get more and more safe, it'll be more and more to full capacity. And then Trucker Fest. October 9th. This is my quick plug for that. Yep. It is the only festival where you're going to find hippies, rednecks, bikers, all partying together, zero fighting, zero fight. Like it is the most hodgepodge of counterculture you'll ever find. They have an amazing lineup this year. And it's everything from country western to like Joyanne Parker.
And Jillian Ray. So two of my
Jillian Ray.
Yeah, I miss you guests.
I want to throw it to these guys too. If you've never heard of the Pistol Whippin' Party Penguins, they are an amazing bluegrass band. So and I of course my bad memory, I can't remember the headliner, but it's big time.
No, I think but that's really great. I think it's so cool that
it's to that too, or Living Fest as well.
Yeah, so that was the other one we're going to talk about, because these are, well, just to back it up, like Bram, this town we were referring to, because a lot of people aren't going to know, because Bram's a tiny town in Minnesota, and they just have this really wonderful space that they've made to support musicians both through a radio station and through a listening room and through a festival. And it's just like one of the places as a musician that you can go and like have that magic experience. You get to make new friends and people are listening, and it's always just amazing. And so that Trucker Fest is like really special because it comes from that community. And then Livin' Fest is another one that's in September, and that's thrown by our dear friend PT, and it's for the Livin' Foundation, which supports mental health awareness. They do really, really good work, right? And you're part of it's a 2-day fest in September.
Yeah, and so I think they're doing like the Friday the 17th, I think, is like a kind of a dance or whatever, like a party the night before. And then it's like camping, and then the next day is like the all-day festival. And so we'll be there, I believe, on the 18th playing. We do actually kind of, if they're still planning on doing this, they have like a side stage that's just us. So while they're switching bands over on the main stage, Bronson and I do sets on the side stage, and it gets a little squirrely and fun. So, and if you can go both nights, because I know Bronson's cover band, the Thrillbillies, are playing, and I think the Jensen sisters are playing.
That's what I was going to say. The Jensen, it's a really good lineup as well, and that's wonderful. Okay,
and I always want to shout them out too. So I got to work. I got to write a song for their record this year, so I love those two.
That's right. You got to have that like songwriter, like someone. Yes, the Jensen sisters. We love them. Maybe they'll meet me here because they live far away, so they couldn't be in my bathroom, but or regularly because they live far away. But they could meet me here. Jensen sisters, shout out. Okay, I'm going to ask you to sing a song that you wrote for your son, and the reason I requested this song is I just remember the first time hearing it, being like, it's just such a well-written, from the heart song as a parent who's like divided and also chasing this crazy dream that we have, you know. And I think you just illustrated that particular story so beautifully. I feel like the first time I heard it was in Nashville. Would that be true at Americana Fest when we were all there, or no?
First time you heard it was the first time we met, Sarah, at the Astor, right?
Oh, that's where it is. Yes. I knew it was
That's where
somewhere
you
like
guys told me I
special.
should come with you to
Yes.
Americana Fest.
Yes,
And
at
I
the
was like, wait, all
Astor.
these cool people are asking me to go to this thing. I should probably
Yes.
go. And I'm
I
so
totally
glad I
remember
did.
now that
Yeah.
I got to hear it at the Astor, in the Astor Cafe in Minneapolis. It's a beautiful room to hear music. And yes, it was very special. So if you would please sing it.
Sure. And I just want to say quick, and I know we're time's
Yeah,
up.
I'm about to give you the
I
watch.
know, but yeah. So this song was written for my son Fox. It took me 4 years to write, and a lot of people wondered why it took so long. And my big thing was I just didn't want to write another song about how I love my kid,
Yeah.
just because he knows I love him. I
Mm.
want him to know how I feel about how it feels to be not home all the time, which a lot of musicians aren't. And it's weird to be a parent and a musician,
Yeah.
because being a musician, there's a bit of selfishness in it. There just is. And being a parent there's supposed to be selflessness. And so they conflict. And so that's kind of what this song is about. So here we go. See if I can even get through it. I don't play it very often.
Mm.
All right. Well, living the dream is slowly killing me. I'm finding it hard to keep my head above the flood. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. This does not happen a lot of times on your show.
Oh,
I'm not.
you're good.
Okay, let me try again. Living the dream is slowly killing me. I'm finding it hard to keep my head above the flood of rising guilt and insecurity. I'm praying water ain't as thick as blood, 'cause I'm walking the line between responsibility and the thing I was born to do. I know I'm not always around, but there ain't one thing that I love more than you. Still, I'm playing in some honky-tonk tonight, leaving you and your mama all alone. You're laughing, but behind those smiling eyes, you're wondering just when I'm coming home. And every night I say a little prayer that someday you'll grow to understand. I'm not a rambler, I'm not a gambler, I'm not a user or a loser, but your daddy, he's a touring man. So I stay up all night in my motel room, hoping to stumble across a new song. My thoughts, they always turn towards you and all the ways I may have done you wrong. Well, you went to bed about 6 hours ago, said your prayers and read a book or two. Tomorrow night I'll be coming home, and I can't wait to drift to sleep with you. Well, I was playing in some small town bar tonight. Well, you were laying in that little bed alone. And as you closed your heavy, tired eyes, you wondered if I was ever coming home. And every night I say a little prayer that someday you'll grow to understand. I wasn't running, I wasn't lying. Sure, I was singing, but I was dying. 'Cause your daddy, he's a touring man. Your daddy, he's a touring man. Sorry about the redo.
No, sorry. That's everyone should know. It's a live show. I mean, we tape it ahead of time, just so that I can meet the artist whatever time they're available. But the show's live. We're not editing anything
Right,
out.
we're not editing anything, which is why I was terrified every time you text
I'm here
me.
to scare you. No, we're good.
Yeah.
Zach Norton, everybody. Poppa Bear Norton, poppabearnorton.com. Their album is American Daredevil Country. I will link to all of these things for you. I have a quick question for you. I need you to play it forward. Tell me something musically right now that you're listening to that's getting you really hot and bothered. Go.
Oh. I don't know. I listen to a lot of Bubble Guppies. No, I've got a buddy, Alex Williams.
Yes.
He just put out a new single, and it's so interesting because he's a songwriter through and through, singer-songwriter guy, but he is definitely going like Southern rock and not generic in any way. Like it's very, very reminds me of the Black Crowes, except he's got a deep timbery voice. So it's very cool, very different. And I would check that out. And yeah. And then we got big things coming. I just want to say that we're gonna do a Kickstarter to not only help us with the record, but we're trying to start a not-for-profit studio to help musicians that don't have a lot of money be able to have that experience. So
that's awesome.
Look out for that too. So it's
that's
coming.
on the Facebook.
Poppa Bear Norton's gonna be everywhere.
I love it. And so we're going to follow you on the Facebook for that because Zach has already confessed that they're not so strong at updating their website. But the Facebook, yes. Okay.
Or so technology in general, yeah.
I'm going to thank you, Zach, so much for being here with me. It was so good to see you.
Thank you, Sarah, for having me.
Yes.
I've been waiting for the call. And then
I need to thank you all for showing up. We'll be back next week with another guest. And it means the world to me that you guys hang out with me. And now I'm going to sing. Hey.
Okay.
I miss you. And I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you'll sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom like it's nothing saying, hey, Zach, I miss you.
I miss you too, Sarah. Can't wait to do this in person.
Yes. Woo!